Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is July 5th, and it is time for the market overview. We'll be looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, XOI, TNA, UUP, FXE, GLD, and SLV. And here is the Dow. Very uneventful. It's not a hammer. It's not a spinning top. It's a relative candle of nothingness. So, to be expected, it needed to get outside of the Bollinger Band, and it did. And we're not closing right at it either. We have a little bit of room. So this is nice, it is nice. Some people would look at this and say, okay, now it's decelerating. Not necessarily. Catching your breath is not exactly decelerating. Decelerating will be if tomorrow is lower than today. So we will need to see. And if you're asking, well, why didn't it just keep going up? Well, we had all kinds of NDEs over the weekend, China raising rates at the end of the week, jobs report coming near the end of the week, all kinds of things that, could put a stall on this or increase it further. So plenty of reasons why to wait, and the biggest one, of course, being the Portugal cut and the reminder of fear. And with all those things considered, it's amazing that this was not larger. So deceleration, I'm not buying it yet, because with all of that news, we just got the candle of nothing. So there's my take on it. Beyond that, nothing else has changed. MACD clicking up, MACD histogram clicking up, RSI a little bit down, stochastic way high. We still have the RSI divergence on the 60-minute that we've talked about in previous videos, and obviously the short-term moving average is very bubbly. You can see that very clearly. Beyond that, we are waiting for a downtick. We need definitive, proof that it is time. So I am not shorting the market at this moment, not yet. SPX, exactly the same thing. We still have yet to get to these two candles and clear the previous major price consensus here. Everything from the previous videos still stand. You will notice, however, that this is a hammer. And, just barely. I mean, actually it's right on the fence. The body is... It's just enough to technically call it a hammer, but if the tail was longer, if the shadow was longer, that would be much nicer. But it's a hammery looking candle, even if it doesn't, if it's not gorgeous or anything. On the VIX, we have a spinning top. You'll notice that we have excessive separation on the short-term moving averages, and the bar is further collapsing. Beyond that, MACD is still ticking down along with the histogram, and the other two are mixed, sideways, and a little uptick. So, but everything that we have discussed in the previous videos is still in effect, so we are still waiting for an uptick, and then we will measure the rest of the secondaries and see what they tell us. But for the moment, just waiting for that to happen. XOI got out of the Bollinger Band. It is a inverse hammer, excessive separation on the short-term moving averages, and we are waiting for the downtick if we get one. Secondary is all mixed with the MACD and MACD histogram ticking up. So really, this is a big holding pattern on most things. TNA hammer, and secondaries high and ticking up. Just waiting for that downtick. TNA did, even with the down moves on the Dow and the SPX, TNA still was positive today. And it was, it started first, and it's still going when the other ones are, thinking about whatever it is that they're thinking about. So very, very strong. UUP, we did have an up move today, especially when the Portugal news came out. If it hadn't been for that, who knows what it would have looked like. But we have this, fat spinning top here. We do have an uptick, and it does give us a, target right about 21.35, and that is not far away. It does have 3 to 4 bars to accomplish, should it choose to do that. So that's nice. At least we do have one uptick to play with. Beyond that, we can see that the MACD is pointing down, RSI up, stochastic up. So as this was driven by an NDE, a news-driven event, to give us this uptick, we will most likely need another NDE to resolve the uptick, since it was not done on technicals. So FXE, exact same thing, super spinning top, and drop due to NDE. And there's going to be so many things coming out about the euro, whether or not we're going into a new news cycle about negative talk about the euro is yet to be determined. But we can see that we have high, lower high, lower high, but we can also see low, higher low, higher low. So this is a triangle, and at some point it's going to meet and then really have a decisive break in one of two directions. As we get closer to that, we will analyze it further, but for the moment we're going sideways. You'll notice that each move now that is punishing the bar in either direction is getting smaller and smaller. So if that were to continue, I would half expect there to be more movement in a wave formation getting smaller until we have a double flat line, and then it will do what it wants to do. And I don't like double flat lines, so hopefully that won't be the case. Now, GLD, extremely nice move today. That is really nice. We had a hammer, and now we just have essentially a solid green bar. And you'll notice that we have this bullish bar, and it got through it, and the bar has acted the way it should, which is to suck things back into it. And we see that now today. And we will need to see if it's able to use that momentum to springboard out of the bar, help fix it, and see it on its way. But that's fantastic. And then its cousin silver, also very nice move today. And silver is still not our friend. Even if it comes back up some more, we could rest back into a double flatline again, and that's no fun. So still avoiding silver. But the next days should be telling, especially by the end of the week. I think that the market is very much debating on what to do with itself after the massive run. So I don't think that the run is over necessarily as of yet. I do think that it is going to catch up with it, and it's going to take some hurt. But to say that now is the moment where it's going to flip over and die is very presumptuous, and I'm not going to jump the gun on that until it starts. And there you have it. There's the market overview. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video are for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you very much.